of contents. So you'll know exactly where you are in this talk at all times. First, some housekeeping. Then you get an update on the North Pole. You didn't know that required an update, did you? Rubin Observatory, orbital debris, update on Artemis. We have some interstellar visitors, spend a moment on that. Asteroid defense. We just discovered the biggest known star in the galaxy. Comment on the total solar eclipse of last year. And a couple of notable deaths. Again, it's this just in, so this is like current events all evening. All right, just some housekeeping. So I'm an academic. Anytime an academic is invited to give you a talk, it's often just a loosely veiled commercial for a book they're trying to sell you. And so this is not really any different from that. So this one did really well, and it's a kid's version of it for tweens, age like 7 to 11. This one is 600 pages. That's if you're not in a hurry, you can read that one. That's the other Cosmic Perspectives on Civilization. That has my life's wisdom in it. To Infinity and Beyond, that's will we ever go to the moon? And then we get to the moon, and then you think about the next thing to do, Transcending Infinity. This is a Q&A book that came out last year, Merlin's Tour of the Universe. And this is its sequel that came out 7 days ago. Yes. This evening, some of these books were offered for sale by Warner Books. Warner Books, local indie bookstore. Indie bookstore. You could all buy your books on Amazon. No one's stopping you. And you'll make the bald man richer for doing so. Or you can keep the money in the hood, okay? And all the books, I don't know if they sold out before now, but they'll be available after. I've signed all of them with my expensive fountain pen. But if beyond this, you wanted to find more books or other books, my home institution also has them available, and I've made an arrangement with them to pre-sign any book that you get from them. And now here's the crassest thing I'm gonna do tonight, okay? Just really crass. Just, here it is. It's just crass. It's crass. If you do not know what to do with this image, ask someone half your age sitting near you. They will tell you what to do, okay? So all books through that website, that's a website, are signed. And that's value added to whatever you would otherwise discount you would get on Amazon. So there you have it. How about more housekeeping? You know, I had a whole thing I was going to put in here about aliens, but I was told to keep the talk short, so I took it out. You want me to slip that back in? You want me to slip that? All right, let me see if I still have it here. Yeah, okay. All right, let's do this. You ready? Okay. We're gonna now have a public service message from the James Webb Space Telescope on UFOs. Okay? Okay. I had originally cut this from the talk, just so you know. All right, here we go. The James Webb Space Telescope, that's how big it is. That's me standing in front of it at a space conference in Colorado Springs. That entire thing was folded up into the fairing of a rocket, launched to 1 million miles beyond the moon. And that's where it is parked, in one of the Lagrange points, where the gravitational forces are stable. And so that's the size of it. Here's an image that it took. The Carina Nebula. The level of detail is just extraordinary. Now we can ask, how much of the sky is this? So here's a zoom out from that image so you can get an idea of how small piece of the sky that actually is. So check this out. That's what we were looking at. James Webb Space Telescope. There are other images of gas clouds. This is the Eagle Nebula, 7,000 light years away. This is the heart of the Eagle Nebula. Some have called this the pillars of creation because stars are born inside these gas clouds. Stars are gas. Where do they get their gas? from the stellar nursery in which they were born. Some have even called this the hand of God, if God had 3 fingers. But that's, Monsignor, sorry, we gotta call this. Father, confession is later. We'll go to that after. So, that's the detail we're getting 7,000 light years away. You can even zoom in on this picture and you see other gas clouds where other stars are being born in our own universe, in our own, oh, sorry, that's a Chinese spy balloon. I forgot. I was gonna remove that. Sorry. It was way off the slide and I never see it and I forget about it. Anyhow, these are the level of detail that we have. So you're telling me that your best evidence for aliens is a fuzzy monochromatic tic-tac on a screen from a Navy pilot. That's your best evidence in our own atmosphere. I know, we just have to zoom in on it, don't we? Yeah, let's just zoom in and look at all. Oh, wait a minute, what's that there? Oh. There they go, there's the alien, yeah. We've had congressional hearings on this. And they come in front and they pinky sweared in front of everybody that they're telling you the truth, relying on eyewitness testimony. And Congress met. And I'm thinking if space aliens were actively visiting Earth, we would not need congressional hearings to establish that fact. I'm just thinking. Here's the real issue. 4 billion images and 1 million hours of video are uploaded to the internet every day. Are there any sharp images of aliens? They're always fuzzy lights and nobody has any better data. Get me started on this. I should have left it out. Now I'm all hyped up. These images and hours of video is high resolution. Everybody's got a high resolution camera on their hip. Oh, I got one here. Here you go. Here. There's a high resolution image of an alien. There you go. There you go. Show me that, then we can talk. Don't just swear in Congress you've got aliens in a locked box in your back room. Do you realize, scientifically, if you have an alien locked in a box in the back room that you're not showing anyone, that's the same thing as having no alien in a locked box that you're not showing anyone.